All right, so the DXY, currently where price is, so you guys see this previous fib here. I'm gonna delete this one for now just so you guys can see um, the market shift. Okay, so previous fib extension level, we have this take profit hit. So point A, point B, C here, take profit. Typically, every time the market hits my take profit from my fib extension levels, I'm always looking for a change in trend. So now we have this new A, B here. So point A, point B, C, take profit here. This didn't come all the way to this 61.8, but if you guys look and see where we had this break of this trend line here, boom, and now we have a retest. So looking at where structure is, so first off, if I start off like, I don't know if you guys like saw this when I was just looking through, but here are the weekly trend line level points here. And hold on, I have to send this link to one other person. I just thought about 1 second. Okay, perfect. So these weekly trend line points here. Well, this one is the monthly level here. So if I go to monthly, you'll see price being broken down here. So you have these trend line bounces. Weekly here, daily. So we have this blue trend line here, right? At this point where we had this last Fibonacci level, you see how this broke through this weekly level, but it respected this level. So even though we were here, we have this A to B, we bounced off of this level. And once we bounced off this level, this take profit, if you guys see how this broke this daily trend line here, retested it, and then shot up. If we go down to where structure is now and we see this 4-hour trend line here, this pink trend line, we see the break here. Now we have a retest. So like, honestly, guys, I am looking for a drop in the US dollar for this week, just based off of what structure is showing me and giving me. So I can see this coming to about right here. And then once we get back to this weekly level, and remember, because it's a higher time frame and because we are at a weekly level, there's always going to be a lot of consolidation there for a while. So you see how here we broke through, we came back down to this same point. Here we broke through, we came up to this same point, respected this area here, came up, respected or retested, and you see I'm expecting another retest at this level. Does that make sense, you guys?
Yes.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, perfect. So give me a sec, let me see. Something like this.
That's what I don't understand.
What you say? Just somebody just asked a question.
Oh, did you hear me, Jessica?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I'm sorry, because I put the question in the chat. I was trying to understand how you determine what section you bring forward. I've seen you do that several times.
What do you mean?
What you just did?
With the bars pattern?
Yes.
I just find something that's like similar. So I saw like this upward push here. So this was an upward push here, and it's about the same length. And then I just kind of look and see like where structure is, and where I want it to go. And I look at like the width, like the
Okay.
height, I guess. Yeah, I like it's funny. I did this with one of my students earlier. like once you are constantly looking at the market, you just like it's just something that you'll just pick up. But so I have this here. This is 4 hour trend line here. So definitely have the US dollar dropping for this week. Let's see. Oh, I marked up USD CAD this morning. And right now is perfect because it is literally approaching this trend line area. Hold on, I'm gonna go to the Orlando chart from. Okay, so I went over this to one of my students this morning. Get that out the way. Literally, where structure is, I'm gonna break this down also. So this is a monthly. These blue trend lines here. So monthly, as you guys see that. Weekly here. We have like a supply level up top. Can you guys put your things on mute if you like don't have a question or anything? All right, so weekly here at the top. Then if I go down to the daily, I have like this supply level here. The last fib level drawn was so we have point A to point B. This came all the way down, and you guys see like on my previous chart, I have more fib levels that were drawn, uh, um, like previous structure wise. So you guys know, like, of course, we talk about this all the time. Every time it gets to take profit, I'm looking for the trend to change. So at the level in which, let me go back to the one from this morning. At the level in which this hit take profit, so from this point here, A, B, this was a 27% take profit level was hit here. Now that change in trend, so I have this upward push bouncing off of this monthly trend line here. So A, B, point C, take profit level here. And then what we had talked about this morning was here coming up because okay, so everything in the market repeats itself, right? So anytime you have past data where this was an entire zone where price reached up to this area and then reversed. So today, literally, price hit perfectly coming up to this structure here. So now I'm gonna wait. We can already see like this is a 4 hour, and there's already been like a lot of candlestick exhaustion. But the last main candle that was drawn was like very, very bullish. So I could see this like consolidating a while here, and then I'm definitely looking for a drop, like 100% on USD CAD, and it's very, very beautiful actually. So like you see out here we have like a lot of consolidation before we have this push down. Price came here, same thing. So here consolidation before the push down. Here this consolidated like literally for that is what is that 2 weeks 3 weeks right here, but mind you that you can still trade within these moves. So here for instance that's 82 pips to the downside even though it came back up and retested that same zone. So be aware, always be aware of where you are in the market. So because I'm at this zone here, like literally I can see a push down, but make sure you guys like when you're trading this, keep putting your stop losses in profit, just because when you're trading in between consolidation and there just isn't like a vast move, you don't want to be in profit and then give the market back everything that you just like basically made, right? So definitely put your stop losses in profit, but I definitely see a drop on USD CAD coming soon. Now the question is when. So you guys already know, like I've already taught you guys from the standpoint of literally drawing that trend line and then setting your alert on that trend line. And once it breaks the trend line, you have the retest and then the drop. We talk about that all the time, right? What am I doing? I'll set this alert. Let me see. Right click. All right. Here. I don't know, like how you guys are, like I'm one of those people, I need my phone to like ring all the time. So like typically I'll just have it like bugging me until it actually like um wait, I didn't even say it. Hold on. Okay, here we go. I do mine once per minute because like I have a lot going on, and if my phone is like constantly dinging, I'm definitely gonna look at it, and then I'll be like, oh, okay, like that's USD CAD. Then I'll go in and get into the trade. But that's just a way where you can like 100% capitalize off of what's happening. But again, if you guys are scalper, like make sure that you identify whatever kind of trader you are. So if your guys are a scalper or um, like intraday traders, you can definitely capitalize off of that move. Hold on, let me delete this one. Oh, that's why. All right. Does that make sense? Does anybody have questions on any of that?
No questions.
Okay. Does it make sense though, guys?
Yeah, sure.
All
Makes
right.
sense.
Perfect.
Yes.
And that also goes 100% in existence or in confluence with the concept that like the DXY is dropping. So if we have USD or the US dollar dropping, perfect that we have USD CAD dropping as well. I was looking at GBP USD earlier. And I'm so mad I did not wake up for London session this morning. But here, literally all of GBP pairs like fell to hell. But based off of structure, I'm looking for this to go into a buy now. Let me make this a little bit cleaner for you guys. I've been like marking up a lot, so let me see where we are. All right, so I'm gonna delete this big fib right here. See if that makes it a little, so you guys can see. Okay, so yellow trend lines, the monthly trend line here. Yellow is the monthly. This 4-hour trend line here are these pink trend lines. So here, you see how every time the market came to this point, it reversed. Literally, we're at that level now. The market came here, it reversed. So let me delete this bit. Market came here. I'm expecting a reversal here. We could have like a little bit of consolidation here, but also remember that this yellow trend line is a monthly here. So I'm definitely expecting this to come at least into this point. Once the market gets here, I'm going to see how it reacts. If it breaks this point, then I'm expecting GBP USD to go higher. But as you guys see, like based off of past price, this whole area here has kind of been like somewhat in a consolidation state. You guys see that? So like literally this whole area, so we have up, down, like in that same like kind of zone area. So right now, like probably tomorrow we'll have consolidation for GBP pairs just because it was a big push today. What's today? Monday. So Tuesday, probably consolidation going into Wednesday. Thursday, we should see this push up. Probably Wednesday. Tomorrow, I'm definitely expecting this to just consolidate for a bit because we just had that downward push. Does anybody have any questions? Any questions, anybody?
No.
Can you hear me?
Okay, so here.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, looking at your chart on GBP USD for the fall, which happened today, how would you have cut the move down? Just looking at your chart now, I was trying to figure out where you would have gotten a good entry.
A break of a trend line. So you see how this here broke, retest, drop.
Okay.
Always break, like that's the easiest way to determine a move. Like just set your alert. Once it breaks, wait for that retest and then get in for that drop.
Okay, thanks.
No problem.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Okay, can you go over real quick how you set the alarm on the trend line again?
Yeah, for sure. So all you do is just back click. So I have a MacBook, so I use the control and just click that, and then it'll come right here, alert on trend line. And then you can either do only once per bar. I do once per minute just because I want my phone to keep dinging just so I don't miss the move. Um, but that's because my phone always blows up. So I would prefer for it to just keep ringing until I like turn it off. Um, and then I put notify on app because if you wanted to send you a text message, it's like a upcharge or something. But if you have Trading View app on your phone, then it'll automatically alert you through the phone. Same as like Instagram if you have like a notification or whatever. So you can either do it that way, or you can click the trend line and then come down here where you see like this little toolbar, and then just press the alert in this little thing right here, this little bar, this little alarm clock, and just press add alert.
Okay, thank you. Oh,
You're
wait.
welcome. And that's just so you don't have to like watch your charts all day. Like people are like, Jessica, like you're so busy. How is it that you like always? I mean, to be honest, I do miss moves sometimes. Like I miss GU. I missed all GBP pairs this morning. And it's so crazy because I went to sleep at like 1:45 a.m. last night, and I was like, I'm only going to take a nap and I'm going to wake up for London. Slept through, like, did not wake up at all because I didn't trade last week. So it sucks. But it's okay because, like, when you know how to trade, there's always moves available in the market. So, you know, like, it is what it is. But yes, so where price is right here, 4-hour trend line here. This is the monthly, so I'm at least expecting price to come here. Again, once it gets here, that will give me confirmation if I want to see this go higher, or if I want to see this go lower. But I need it to come to this area first. But that's still a good, like, let's see, 78 pips, 79 pips. So yes, that's what I'm expecting. Let's see, what else? There was something else I wanted to go over. I don't remember though. You guys, I do want to just make a comment though, because I was talking to a friend this morning, and I have a friend lost $9 million in the market. 9 million. 9 million. And I just want to like really, really reiterate that like a lot of people are in trading because of IMO, which is great. Like IMO does a great job at like informing people of the market and stuff like that. But definitely 100% take this serious. Like it's not a game, it's not a joke. Investing yourself, like find a mentor, even if it's not me, just in general, like find a mentor just because you need to get to the point where you can forever be self-sufficient in this, because you'll never need anybody. And again, like if you have a good mentor, IMO, that IMO can literally be great 100%. But if you have somebody that's like not teaching you and they just want you to build and they aren't teaching you anything, like just be careful, just because it's, again, this isn't a game. Like it's not a joke. This is people's like livelihoods that can literally be gone in an instant just from losing money. Like money does not grow on trees. I mean, in the market it kind of does. But does that make sense?
Yes, it totally does.
Yes, it does.
Wait, I'm new here. This is like my first time on a call. Well, on a training call with you. Do you mentor? Like, how?
Yeah, I do. I do. I don't know what just happened to the call, but yeah, I do. Um, just email me and then we can like talk about it a little later. But I also have a website because I kind of have like a waiting list right now for students. I don't take like a whole bunch of students at once, but I definitely have a website. You can just like fill out your information and then I'll get back with you for sure. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. So guys,
Hey, Jace. Good night. I did send you an email. I don't know. I'm waiting for your response. Maybe we can discuss from there.
okay. I actually remember seeing your name. I will, Malachi is your name?
Yeah, sure. That's my name.
Okay. I'll get back with you.
All
Okay.
right. Thank you.
No problem. All right, guys. So AUD USD, structure wise, looking at structure. So let's see where we are. Okay. So we're in between this little dotted line here, the weekly line, and this line right here, the monthly line. Based off fib levels, so we have point A, point B, retrace. Hold on. Let me go to here first. Okay. So yes. So, and like the reason I love fib so much is because no matter where I put this fib level, like literally take profit always gets hit. So if I go to this first A to B, right? So we have point A here where the yellow is, point B, retrace to point C, take profit hit at the 61.27, right? Then if I adjust this same fib and literally go point A, point B, retrace here, take profit level here. Literally, every time we have a take profit level hit, remember we're expecting the trend to change momentum, right? So even on this first take profit level here, take profit, then we have this push down. Here, being aware of where we are in the market at all times, we see this is a trend line. So just like on what was the last pair I just did? GBP USD, where I said I'm at least expecting price to come to this point. That is because I'm aware of like trend lines and the trends and where I am in the market. So if this was at this point here and we literally had no more data at this point, once the market played out and gave me my take profit, at that point, I'm at least expecting price to come to that trend line. Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah,
Yes.
makes sense.
Okay. So there, price came to this trend line, respected it perfectly, bounced off. So now adjust fib levels A, B here, point A, point B, retrace here, take profit level smack. Change in trend shift, break of a trend line here, retest, came up here. This is another trend line point here. So we have A, B, trend lines always go into the future. So point C, literally price respected the whole time. Remember, the whole goal is to box price off. So once price came here, broke this trend line on a smaller time frame. So here, break, we had like a small little retest. It didn't come all the way up to retest that entire area, but let's just say this last level here of support that was broken, retested, we have this drop up into the point where we have this demand zone. So this demand zone here, we're at past price here. So every time price came into this zone, it reversed. So what do I think is going to happen at this point where we are in the market?
Reverse to buy.
Exactly. Literally, guys, trading is super easy. It's just like tying it all together, to be honest. Also, there's something that I see on this chart. Can anybody identify what it is?
Descending channel.
What?
Divergence.
Well,
Divergent.
I heard
Descending channel.
yes. So two things. So I see a descending channel, and then I also see divergence. So perfect. Whoever just said that. Also, another confluence point is that we're expecting the US dollar to do what this week? Huh?
Weak.
So if we're expecting the US dollar to get weak,
Drop.
exactly. So if we're expecting the US dollar to get weak, and then we have the base in the quote. So if AUD is the base and US dollar is the quote, and we're expecting the US dollar to drop, what does that mean for AUD?
It's gonna get stronger.
Be bullish.
It's gonna be stronger.
Exactly. So with that being said, we are expecting the Australian dollar versus the US dollar to do what?
To buy.
Go up.
Bingo. So is trading not easy?
You make it
Trading is very easy.
Trading is very easy. Thank you.
Hi, Jess.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great.
That's good.
Hey Jess, I have a question.
Yes.
How do you add negative 27 and 61 on your fib?
So that's
The targets, the where you take profit, like the 27 and negative 61.
so that's like something, that's like a private student lesson. But I got you, girl. I got you.
Okay.
No
All
problem.
right. Thank you. Mhm.
No problem.
All right.
But does that make sense for everybody?
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so let's see. I mean, honestly, those are like 3 popping pairs for the week. I mean, I can look at, let's see. It's so crazy. I sent out these trade signals last week for US 30, and last week I promised myself I wouldn't trade, but I'm so pissed that I didn't. Because US 30 definitely dropped, like I said. And one of my babies made $2,000, I think. Kai, you on this call?
Yeah,
What did you start your account with?
$400.
Girl, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Okay. So US 30, where structure is like here, I'm expecting this to definitely push up for the buy from where it is. Let's see. Watch price here though. Watch price at this level. Where it is right now, I'm definitely expecting to buy. But I want to watch price here. It's kind of at a level of support right now though. So tomorrow, because this whole structure trendline area is affected here. Tomorrow, this might like consolidate a little bit here, but I'm expecting this level of support, this previous level of support right now is testing as resistance. I'm expecting this to break resistance and these come up to here. And I want to see how this respects at this level here before I have you guys buy it any higher. But from where price is, I kind of want to see how this is going to play out in the morning though, just because this is also a line that we need to be aware of. So let me see something.
Yeah, I was watching it at that level that it's at now, thinking that that was a bearish correction, and I was actually anticipated dropping because that's like a 50 fib retracement right there, or I guess 32.
Yeah, let me see something. Watch for this pattern. This exact pattern here. Watch for this pattern here. So this whole structure. Yeah. Okay, so where structure is now, because this is a trend line bounce where it is, I want to see how this plays out in the morning. I'll give you guys like an update. I need to see how this price moves. I need to see how this price moves. I need to see price action, to be honest, from where it is right now, because like we're at a critical area. So this is a previous level of support, now turn resistance. This is a trend line bounce. I want to see, because this is so bullish at this area here, I want to see if this is going to break this trend line. If it breaks this and retests here, then I'm going to expect this buy up into this area. If this respects this here and literally has a breakout to the downside, like let's say it does something like this, to where here it breaks down and retests here, then I'm expecting a drop. But I need to see how it breaks out of this area here. So again, guys, like how I trade when I'm like, I need to make sure of something, like a lot of times you'll just have clear textbook trades, like just like the one that just like that AUD USD, like that's clear textbook. You have like a clear direction. You already know it's a whole bunch of confluences telling you what's going to happen in the market. When you have something like this, these are trades where it's like you need to see what price action is doing. Does that make sense? Like you need to see what price action is doing. That makes sense?
When you say that, does that mean that you should be actively watching, or you should set an alert so that you're able to see?
I mean, I set my alerts just because once it hits an alert, I'm literally looking for the retest, or like if the price breaks it and it retests that, I know the direction. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Like, these are two clear trends where it's like, okay, if this breaks to this, these are two scenarios. Let me just find them and then I'll show you. So the first scenario is here where price is. It will get to this trend line. It will break down. You see here, respect that trend line, respect this one. So literally, I'm about to break this down. So here is an upward move. In the morning, if this respects this trend line here, pushes down here, and we have this like literally funneling down to box price in, if it breaks that line, retest it. So you see how like price broke, retest, then drop. I'm expecting it to come to this zone here, right? So I would have like a break of that trend line or retest, and then I would have it drop. The other possible scenario, this is first scenario. The other possible scenario is if this right here continues, because this is so bullish right here. I don't like, I need, like, it's not like it's, you see how right here we have a lot of candlestick exhaustion right here?
Yes.
Here, we have a lot of candlestick exhaustion for this downward side here. And then here we have like a lot of bullish momentum right here. So I need to see if this bullish momentum here is going to play out like this whole area here. to where we have this channel formation continuing higher like this. So what I had said that if it breaks to the upside and retest, then I'm carrying it higher. That's what I mean. So like you have, like I set alerts for that just because it gives me indication to know, okay, if this breaks this area and it retests it and it doesn't respect it, so it's not like candlestick is up like this right here, this isn't a break of this trend line. It literally tested it and then it came back down.
Right.
If it breaks it, it's a clear break, it retests it, and then it continues in that direction. So that gives me indication, okay, I need to carry this to this point, or I need to do this to this point.
Makes
Does
sense.
that make sense? So where price is and where structure is, like literally this whole same move, honestly, even if you look at price where it is right now, this entire same move here to here is the exact same thing here to here.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
So at that level in which price came here to here, once it dropped, but remember, US 30 is also not a regular index. I mean, it's not a regular currency. So you always have to like be aware of what's happening. So just like here to here, this could here come to that level that we're talking about, then drop and continue lower. But mind you, like US 30 is one of those things, like I literally check it every night around like 11 p.m. and I trade it in the mornings around like 9 to 11 a.m. So I have to like see, like I don't play with my money. So like you gotta.
Do you not play with US 30 at 8:30 when it gets all crazy volatile?
I mean, honestly, it ranges. Sometimes it's in consolidation at 8:30. And honestly, I feel like the move like really doesn't happen until 9 a.m. That's when I see like my clear like direction. I look at it, and also I always have my alert set. So anytime it alerts me, then I'm like on the chart. Like, but I'm not the type of person that just you got some people that just sit in the charts like and just stare at it all day long. I can't do it. Like my eyes hurt. So I just move with price action. Like with the market, you gotta trade what you see, not what you think. So like even the very first, I don't know if it's gonna let me go back here because I've been scrolling a lot on here. So my very first analysis that I first put up on this chart, like, let's see, probably not. Okay, it's gonna take too long to scroll all the way back. Let's see.
Just can I quickly ask how you're able to set multiple alerts, because it's only letting me set one.
I don't know. It might be a thing you might have to pay for TradingView.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
The free version provides one alert, and if you do the basic or the first subscription, I think it's 10 alerts.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So thank you, Sophie.
When is the best time to purchase subscriptions?
You say what?
When is the best time to purchase the subscription?
Black Friday. Black Friday.
Oh, okay.
So that's when you get it for the low. Like literally, I just pay like $400 every Black Friday, and then I just like have it for the year. I just pay for a year. I don't like monthly subscriptions. Like I've always been the type of person I will pay everything up front. Like just whether it be training, whether it be whatever, like I'll just pay one lump sum and get it over with. I don't like bills. But guys, so what I was saying was like even my previous analysis on US 30. So like when I said that you have to like trade what you see, not what you think, at the time in which I had marked this up, literally the market was here. And it literally played out to perfection, everything like the initial part of my analysis. But as we just saw, like now where, okay, clearly this all played out. So I had this coming here, broke this trend line. Okay, perfect. Came down. I had it coming back to retest this trend line. Then I had it drop it. Okay, all of that happened. But now where the market is it going to shoot higher? Now my analysis, I need to see what's happening. Does that make sense? I am aware that this is a trend line here. That price can definitely 100% go to like 100%, right? But I also have to be aware of the structure that's currently in front of my face and the patterns and formations that's being formed. So now that I see that this is now a clear trend line that we have forming here, and now just like this purple trend line here, now we have this clear trend line forming here. Now I need to be aware, okay, Jessica, what is that telling you? That is telling me that I see price boxing off in this area. Okay, so that tells me one or two things. I'm literally going to either have a break and retest to go lower, or I'm going to continue higher. Like right now, I'm telling you right now, I'm expecting price to go higher, and then it can go for one more drop, just like this pattern here. But I want to see this break this trend line first, then retest before I have that drop. And let me put my alerts back on here, so because I will forget, and then it'll happen in the morning, and I'll be pissed because I missed it. Known for that. Okay. So, does that make sense? So, like this whole pattern that we just talked about here. Yeah. But again, remember, US 30 does not just like, it's not like regular currency. Like it's an appreciating asset. So you see how it's like always been going up. So yes, we can expect it to drop, but how low is it going to drop is the question. So always be aware of that. And then when you buy US 30, always try to buy it at its lowest point if you plan on holding it for a duration of time. Let's see. So if I have US 30 going up, that means that gold, let me see what gold is doing. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, break test up. So now it's at this trend line, same thing. I need to see kind of like how this structure plays out. What time is it? Because I have a student at 9:30. Does anybody have any questions? Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, Jessica, I have a question. Do you mind going to GU on the 5-minute, please?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry. You said 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So can you go up where the break of structure happened?
Up here?
Yeah.
Here? Okay.
Yeah. So basically, I had a trend line going up here. Wait, I had a trend line going up here because, I have to wait for break of structure. But every time I finally get my break of structure and then I got this correction, I'd be having conflicting thoughts that, okay, this could easily be just a high-low and then price could continue up here. So you have any advice on that?
Yes. You have to know the difference between major and minor structure. So you are absolutely correct. You can have higher highs and higher lows at any point and lower lows and lower highs at any point, right? But Once you understand major structure and where you are in the market, that gives you confidence and indication to let you know, okay, where am I at this point? Am I at a trend line on a higher time frame? You see what I'm saying? Because you see how here, this trend line bounce here, you wouldn't be expecting this price to push higher than this point because at every level, it respected that trend line. So when you had that break of the trend line for the downside, does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you just gotta you gotta understand the difference between major and minor structure, because on smaller time frames, you can be faked out if you don't know the difference.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That helps a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Any other questions, guys?
Hey Jessica, I wanted to know about gold. What's your thoughts on gold right now?
I just went over that one.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay.
Gold was one of the ones that I was saying it's like US 30. I need to see what's gonna happen. Just because like it's at a major level right now. It's at a major trend line level right now. So I kind of need to see like where the market is. Well, not where the market is, but how the market reacts once it starts kind of like moving in the morning. But I want to see a sell on gold. So like right now I'm expecting US 30 to push down. I could see gold pushing up one more time, then dropping, and I could see US 30 pushing down. Hold on. I could see US 30 like, okay, after it breaks out of that little channel, pushing down, and then where this is right here, seeing this same concept breaking out of this whole structure here. We just need to see how long this channel formation is going to be. So you see how this is at like a level of consolidation. I need to see how this consolidation or how this level continues. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because this can keep like, just like on the US 30 where it was continuously going up, this can continue, like this can start being the formation of a descending channel somewhat, right? So this price could a little lower here and then break out. But I need to see kind of like how that, because right now price is just consolidating. I kind of just need to see price action once I have like a break. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Because where gold is now, like we all have been looking for gold to drop. But again, the question is not when this stuff is going to happen. I mean, the question is not like what's going to happen. It's kind of like when, right? Like nobody wants to just be sitting in drawdown for like days waiting on a move to happen. So for that move and like that exact move when you want it to happen, because mind you, like even in consolidation, if you are a scalper or whatever, you can literally make a move at the highest and lowest point of a channel and make money. But again, like if you want those real moves, you have to like wait to see kind of like what the market's giving you. And right now, based off what the market's giving me, like I could see this pushing up to about like right here after this formation finishes forming. I could see it pushing up to right here. And then seeing what happens after this whole supply area. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just so I know.
If you guys, hold on, I'll show you guys what I mean. Just because I know a lot of people are like, what is she talking about? So here is what I'm talking about. Somewhat like that. Oops, no, didn't mean to do that. But well, go the other way. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Okay.
Jessica, how are you copying that?
Ghost pattern. Dang it.
Who?
Ghost pattern. I'll show you 1 second. All right, so there we go. So I need to see, like, wait for this, like, to finish out. And then if this moves up to the upside like this, like here, then I can see this drop. Boom. But again, you have to, because this is already closing off. Like literally the whole goal and structure and like marking up, you want to box price off, right? So this is already like boxing off. Like this whole area here has been respected since, so what's today?
The 3rd.
So for the past 2 weeks, this area has been respected, right? So if this continues higher here, literally this formation movement here is again same formation movement that has been occurring. So once this comes here, we need to see if this is going to drop and break down, or if it's going to do literally even like this structure here, where we had this channel formation down, then we had this breakout. Wait, not that high. 1 sec. This channel formation to break to here. Like that. Regardless where it is now, I'm expecting it to continue down to this trend line, then break to the red. Once it gets to the red, I need to see what it's doing. And then I can tell you like what's next. But that makes sense?
Yes. Jess, what are your thoughts on GJ?
Probably the same as GU, but I have to get ready to go because I have a student at 9:30. Okay, so we have this downward push here. So here,
Jess, I don't mean to interrupt you, but since this is like my first time on this call with you, do you mind just like dropping your website or the link to where I can contact you in the chat or in here or somewhere?
Yeah, for sure. So my website, I'm just gonna put it on the thing. www.jess, my name, invest.com. Yeah. My my Telegram's on there, my email address is on there, everything's on there. So, and then it's also like a little like private students, it's like a waiting list just because I have so many people and I'm so sorry guys. Like I am very, very, very like big on not overloading myself. So I only take a certain amount of students like at one time, but definitely fill it out because I do like get back with people though.
All right, thank you.
No problem. So yeah, GJ, same thing. We're at like a strong demand level right now. So I'm expecting this to like definitely push up to the upside. Just like GU, I want to see it push up at least to this point right here, the back of a trend line. And then we'll see where price is gonna go next. Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay, so I'm getting ready to go just because I do not want to keep him waiting. So I hope everybody has a great night. I will post this call on the website. So if anybody missed it or if y'all know people that missed it or whatever, you can send it to them, but also y'all can rewatch it, okay?
Thank you, Jessica.
Absolutely. Have a great night, guys.
Enjoy your night.
Thank you.
Jessica.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
No problem.
Love you.
Love you.